What's up, guys? Blue Dream 47 here, coming back at you with another video. And you guys all said that you wanted to see another one, so we're doing it. We're doing it. Hot Takes, episode 4, baby. Now, it goes without saying that the purpose of this video is not to bash the takeys, to solely educate the player base and to give you guys some advice and things to take away from it. That being said, whoo boy, we got some good ones for you. So buckle up and let's get right into it. Here we go. The first piping hot take that we have for you is this gentleman who posted on the Facebook forums, and here we go. People who choose Ghostface or Michael Myers all the time are weak at the game. You may as well use cheats. Fruit cup. Pointing emoji. This emoji. 100 emoji. Oh god. Where do I even start? Well, like, where do we even start with this? Yeah. So Michael Myers and Ghostface are like two of the weaker killers in the entire game. Myers can insta down. He has to tier 3. He's an M1 killer. Ghosty is an M1 killer. Both of these killers, if you just look around and like properly play palettes, are like they're incredibly weak. They're incredibly weak. A lot of people in like the lower form of MMR will say that they're very overpowered because both of them can insta down. But once you get into like the higher levels of the game and the higher caliber and stuff like that, you know, you start learning how to loop and properly play palettes and windows and stuff like that. You really realize how weak these guys are. Also just calling people a fruit cup, you know, the homophobia, that's kind of not really cool. But yeah, these killers are incredibly weak. Just, I don't know, get better at the game, I guess. I don't know. And oh boy, okay, here we go. This is another one on the Xbox community Facebook forum. Delete Vecna, period. If you play Vecna, you... Holy shit! If you play Vecna, you fiddle kid's mate. What is wrong with people? Why are people making, like, Vecna's just, he's a fun killer. Why do people make these massive jumps? I genuinely don't understand. Like, what the fuck? That is so not okay. To just say, if you play Vecna, you do this. I don't even know, like, where to begin. I think if you're saying stuff like this, maybe it's time to, like, hop off the internet, go touch grass, you know, feel it with your hands, take your socks off, walk around in it, you know, maybe get down, smell it, smell the grass, you know, feel it, walk around in it. You know, maybe go look at some trees or something, or talk to somebody. I don't know, but that's probably just a start. Moving on. This one is pretty interesting. This is somebody, again, on the Facebook forums, posting about, I guess in the 2v8, and they said, can y'all stop this stinky behavior to hog altruism points? Devs need to nerf altruism score for this event, because it's not really helping anyone but greedy types that are too lazy to fix generators. I left the match. This type of gameplay is just obnoxious. Sorry, K's killers. You did a good job. Nothing said at you here. So this person is mad at their team for healing? saying it's greed. They're hogging points, and they left. Like they left the game because their team is healing. Like they're just healing. Like healing in the 2v8 is kind of a good thing to do, you know. A lot of killers are kind of bouncing around, and you know, if you're unhealthy, if you're injured, then you know you're gonna get down pretty quick, most likely, if you don't have a pallet. So it makes sense to heal, right? It's kind of a good thing to heal. I'm just like blown away like by this. It's just like I left the match. I left. I can't deal with this. That you're greedy. You're greedy. Like they're just healing. I don't know. Like it's one of the most basic things that survivors do is to heal. My best advice for this person is to maybe not fixate on points so much. I don't know. Try and just focus on your own gameplay, I guess. I don't know. That's wild. Oh, here's a crazy one as well, also from the Facebook forums. We have somebody who says, "You have a small brain emoji if you use iron grasp, nerd emoji. It's not that hard to walk to a hook." Like, of all the things to insult people with, like, iron grasp is so wild. Like, it's a good perk, you know? And it's like, this is one of the oldest perks, you know? It came out with Trapper, I believe. Like, it's one of the oldest perks. It's not strong, really, at all. Like, it's decent, but it's just a very basic perk. Like, just calling people a small brain for it, like, I don't know. Like, again, at this point, if you're getting upset over iron grasp, it's probably time to, you know, go touch some grass. Go touch some grass. Go to DBD official forums and demand they change hook respawn and adrenaline back. Also, R3 and L3 being able to change characters with them. We all exist at the whims of whiny streamers on this game. The only way this changes is if we whine like them. Oh my god. As if everybody in the DBD community doesn't whine. Like, you can take, like, any streamer or like any player. At some point, they're going to whine about something in the game, you know? DBD is an incredibly punishing game on both sides, right? For killers, for survivors. It's a very punishing game. So, like, to say, like, oh, we have to whine like them, it's... that's crazy. Demanding the hook, they change hook respawn so that there's dead zones, is just kind of crazy because, like, this created a very stale aspect of the game, right? When hooks wouldn't respawn if a survivor died on them, there would be a dead zone. So if you went down in the dead zone, the killer would have to bleed you out. I don't really understand this because it's like survivors want to get bled out. You know, like, do you just want to get bled out? Having the hook respawn, it's a very small thing that helps to streamline games. And anything that helps streamline games and get you into a game faster, even though you were going to lose anyway, is a good thing, right? The adrenaline change as well, this was a good thing for the game. It was a little bit overpowered to be able to come off of a hook in the endgame healthy. So it doesn't do that anymore, and that's just a good thing. I say this as a Survivor player as well, keep in mind. I used to run Adrenaline all the time. I still run Adrenaline sometimes. And it's still a very strong perk. It's an amazing perk. One of the best perks in the game still. So, yeah, I mean, what else is there to say about that one? If you run perks to save yourself or to win, you're not good at the game. You have 0 skill. Heart emoji. I missed the random perk build game mode because that showed who had real skill and who didn't rely on perks to win for both killer and survivor. So if you are running or reading perks or gen regression or one-shot perks, don't say you have skill, because you obviously needed that assistance. Before you try to come at me, I don't run perks to help me. Only one I do use myself is Adrenaline. Everything else, it's for my team. Reassurance, any means necessary, and Exponential. I know that using some perks that help me a little, but Adrenaline only helps me at endgame, and Expo helps me only with slugging, so technically it's not my fault if I get up from my boon. It's yours for slugging. Heart emoji. Oh my god, it's so passive aggressive. Killer mains wouldn't last 30 minutes on Friday the 13th. Y'all would complain more than y'all already do on this game. Oh boy, that's a lot to unpack here. That's a lot to unpack here. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely agree that to a great extent, perks do negate a lot of skill requirements for Dead by Daylight. I think that Off the Record is one of the biggest ones, in that you can have 80 seconds of invulnerability. As long as you don't slow vault in front of the killer, you're invincible, basically. For 80 seconds, you can go and take a hit, you can, run around, you can just stand out in left field, scratching your balls, and, and be okay because you have 80 seconds of endurance, right? And there's so many other perks as well, like Decisive Strike. What do you have to do to activate that? It's just get hooked and then, get picked up. Like, there's so many perks that negate skill expression, and even for killer, right? Like Pain Res, I mean, you just hook on a white hook. The perks in DBD have such massive value that it really covers you for a lot of mistakes that you can make in the game. Now, that is a valid criticism, for sure. But then they go on to say that I run Adrenaline, and I run Reassurance, and any means, and Exponential. Now, Adrenaline is Adrenaline is one of the most skill negating kind of perks. Like, what do you have to do for Adrenaline? Like, you just complete the gens. Like, doing gens is really easy, and this perk has such a massive value. You just get healthy, you stand up, you get haste. Like, what do you have to do for Adrenaline, right? Like, and then the Exponential bit is kind of wild, because it's like, Expo helps me only with slugging, so technically it's not my fault if I get up from a boon. It's yours for slugging. Like, I don't I don't understand that, like what do you have to do to get value from Expo? It's pretty much just chance, right? It's like you just boon and then go down in the boon and then you get up. But the killer's still bad because they slugged you, and it's, I don't know, it's so crazy. Like, it's just so crazy, like they're saying, and it's a valid thing. Like, it's saying that, perks kind of negate skill. Sure, well, zero skill is crazy. I don't think that's right. I think they negate skill requirements a good bit, but zero skill is crazy. And they say it for killer and survivor, but then they say that they run these really strong perks, and then they say that it's like angling it more towards killers because they slug or whatever. I don't know. It's just wild. It just a lot of hypocrisy going on in one statement here. But my favorite part here is you wouldn't last 30 minutes on Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, as Jason you can literally just get gang beat by the survivors. I remember playing Friday the 13th one time, and I literally, like, all the survivors just came at me with guns and bats and weapons, and they just gang beat me, and like it sounds like that's what they want for DBD, you know? I don't know. That's just a lot to unpack there. Again, it's okay to say that, like, perks negate a lot of skill expression in Dead by Daylight, but, you know, that goes for you too. That goes for you too, you know? I definitely agree that perks negate skill expression, but I still run strong perks. It's okay to run strong perks, right? That's just the name of the game, you know? People call it Perk by Daylight, and I think that's very valid. That's very valid. It is kind of a perk run game. There's very heavy pay-to-win elements with Dead by Daylight, so I think that's a valid criticism, but just always keep yourself in check, right? Moving on. I'm gonna end it on this one. This one's just fucking wild. Just I don't know what's going on with this guy, but PSA. If killers, I'm assuming killers typo, if killers start showing mercy in 2v8 ... I'm calling behavior ... to cancel 2v8 period. And I mean that shit. Proud Survivor main. Like, what is the... I'm so confused. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? So if killers start showing mercy, you're calling to cancel 2v8. Meaning, like, if killers start letting you go, like, letting you win? Like, what do you want? What do you want? You want them to kill you? Like, you want to lose? You, like, I don't know. That's so weird. Like, I've never seen anybody get upset that killers show mercy and start letting people go, you know? That's so odd, you know? I guess like, if the killer starts farming and they're farming the whole game, that can be a bit boring. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know. But, like, even still, it's like, just do the gens, leave. But to like cancel 2v8, like, it's so aggressive. Like, it's so aggressive regarding killers that show mercy. I don't know. That's just... That's a wild one. Proud Survivor main though. Okay. Props to him. All right, well, that's gonna do it for me. That definitely gave me a lot to think about. I'm gonna have some trouble sleeping tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, if you agree or disagree with some of these takes, let me know. Or if you have any hot takes, you can send them to me via the Discord. I'll leave a link there. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.